The future of work isn't about shareholder value, technology, metrics, or automation. It's about being human and putting people first through actionable love. Welcome to the Love in Action podcast, where we hold deep conversations with extraordinary people to help you grow as a leader and expand your business. Here's your host, Marcel Schwantes.
So the year 2021 witnessed an unprecedented surge in employees leaving their jobs. About over 24 million Americans alone between April and September, and that set a record. So this phenomenon, if you recall, was called the Great Resignation. It left a lot of business leaders grappling to understand the underlying reasons behind this mass exodus. A lot of media attention focused on this whole dissatisfaction, pointing to wages and pay. But one analysis using 34 million online employee profiles ranked compensation 16th among all areas in terms of predicting turnover. So while a lot of people assume, that pay was the driving primary force behind employee turnover, well, recent research challenges this long-standing belief. So what's the reality here? Well, here we go. Toxic work culture. In fact, research found that a toxic workplace was 10.4 times greater than compensation in predicting a company's turnover rate. So the crucial takeaway here is that a toxic work culture represents the primary factor driving your employees to leave. And that's, the case whether it's during the Great Resignation a couple of years back or now. So now toxic work cultures don't happen overnight. They develop due to various factors and dynamics within an organization. And clearly the best explanation I can offer you based on the research and, even my own clients that I have seen is due to poor leadership. So when leaders lack empathy, when they fail to communicate clearly or prioritize their own interests over the well-being of their employees, all of that stuff can lead to a toxic work environment. So when leaders fail to provide information about decisions, it can create a culture of secrecy and rumors and mistrust among employees. Encouraging excessive competition without promoting collaboration and teamwork, hey, that's another source of a toxic work environment where, employees undermine each other and engage in backstabbing behaviors and prioritize personal success over the success of the organization because you want teamwork. So when workplace bullying, harassment, or discrimination are tolerated or ignored by management, well, that can also lead to a toxic work environment where, people feel unsafe, undervalued, and unsupported. This is why Bob Chapman, the CEO of Barry-Wehmiller, one of the most caring and compassionate companies exhibiting love in action anywhere in the world, can boldly stand in front of 1,000 other CEOs and declare, and I quote, "You are the cause of the healthcare crisis," end quote. So Chapman and many, many other leaders calls for a human revolution, while most senior leaders today remain stuck in the industrial revolution of their minds. Now, I understand that holding up the torch and rallying leaders to care for people and to put people ahead of profits is much easier said than done. And it can be difficult to put this practice into place in real life work settings, perhaps yours. Now, to be fair, well-meaning executives are faced with untold daily pressures to perform financially that most of us can't imagine, whether it's, pressure from Wall Street or the political pressures inside their own corporate walls. But the story we must tell ourselves to shift our collective conscience is to believe in the real possibility that putting people ahead of profits actually leads to more profit. When we aspire to this greater calling, in the words of Bob Chapman, it is about bringing our deepest sense of right, authentic caring, and highest ideals to business. It is about achieving success beyond success, measured in the flourishing of human lives. That wraps it up, folks. I'm Marcel Schwantes, and my mission is to spread more humanity in the workplace. And I do that through my keynotes and workshops, on-site or virtual. To book me for your company event or conference, connect with me on LinkedIn or find me on my website at marcelschwantes.com.
Thank you for listening to the Love in Action podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it, subscribe, and leave us a review. Until next time, don't forget, the future of leadership is love in action. Believe it, practice it, and watch your business grow.